Hello, beautiful people in cyber world. Well, I'm on the rooftop here in Center City, Philly, and once again, I'm just documenting a gorgeous day. It was absolutely striking today. Beautiful weather, and as I pan around here, you can see the skies. Let me go up a little bit higher here. There we go. You can see it's a clear day for the most part. Few scattered clouds. There's the moon right there, Miss Luna. This is actually due south of me, the Italian market. Some scattered clouds here, and the clouds have been beautiful. Now, as of early July, when I began to notice that the chemtrails have slowed down significantly, they haven't stopped completely, but they've slowed down a lot. I think so far that I can tell, it's been about 7 or 8 days that they have sprayed, and it always rained right after, which I find really interesting. Now, there is a lot of chatter going on. I'm seeing I have a lot of people sharing with me also all over the nation that the chemtrails, as far out as Vegas. I was talking to a guy earlier today, up in Vermont, down in Florida. I got friends down in Florida. And they're all reporting the same thing, that the skies have cleared up a lot where they are. And so it hasn't stopped completely, but man, it's a big difference. Big difference. The first time I became aware of chemtrails and the topic of chemtrails was in '99 when I attended a conference here in Philly. It was called the First Mind Control Conference of Philly with Kurt Billings. He was a CIA brat. In other words, he was a CIA whistleblower, but he was born into the program. I think he was like third or fourth generation, and he just couldn't take it no more and just came out and started whistleblowing about certain things. Obviously the chemtrails. He was talking about the GMO foods, and what else did he cover? Oh, it's crazy. He was talking about how the cabal puts coded messaging in reverse in certain things, like what they did something at Waco, and it's a whole other. I'm not going to get into that, but it was eye-opening for me, and I can remember in '99 attending this lecture, and then the very next day I went out and looked at the skies, and they were crisscrossing the skies full of chemtrails. And so for 20 years, and you can clearly look back on, at least on my social media platforms on Facebook, for 20 years I've known about the chemtrails, and I've talked about them extensively with a lot of anger. But right now I'm very hopeful about what's happening. And I know there's a lot of doubters. I've seen a lot of that, people doubting the whole thing. Saying that this administration did not stop the chemtrails, and we are seeing some days that they are spraying, but it's nothing like it used to be. Nothing, absolutely nothing. They would spray constantly, every day almost, to the point where a day like today, we would never really truly get to experience a blue day, a blue sky day. There was always some type of spraying going on. Not anymore. I mean, I had one woman, I had commented on a post with Laura Eisenhower. I forget what the post was, something about, people posting positive things or something. So I said, hey, the skies have been clear here in Philly. And some lady jumped on there. She was from Philly, and asked me if I was nuts and they're spraying every day. And I said, sorry, I've actually been coming up here on the roof and making videos and taking pictures. And you can clearly see the posts I have on my wall on my side on Facebook, and you can see the dates and times of the pictures that I've been leaving. We've been having it's completely different. And the other exciting thing is, at nighttime you can go outside and look up and see a lot of stars, and that's pretty remarkable for being in Center City. You would usually see like the northern star, you would see a couple scattered stars. But when I go and walk my dog at night, it's awesome. It really is. So anyway, I just want to get up here and show the skies, They've been beautiful. And I just wish more people would get involved and at least have more positive dialogue about all this instead of just immediate attacking. I mean, you can't, the unfortunate thing is you can't mention anything about Trump or this administration, because as soon as you say that, it's like people just start attacking you. It doesn't matter. It's like Trump is destroying the environment. He doesn't believe in, climate change, which is all complete bullshit. First of all, just for those people who want to debate and argue about climate change, I got two forms of data you need to look at. Number one, check out Greg Braden's Missing Link, Season 1, Episode 1. He talks about how we have like a 3-mile long ice sample. I think he said it dates back to like 42,000 years, 50,000 years, something like that. But we can see like clockwork that we have 10,000 years of ice age, 3,000 years pollen, 10,000 years of ice age, 3,000 years pollen, 10,000 years of ice age, 3,000 years pollen, etc. For 42,000 years, people. So it's pretty clear that we live in cycles, menstrual cycles, DNA cycles, lunar cycles, day and night cycles, not DNA, day and night cycles, cycles within cycles within cycles. And so one of the biggest cycles that people need to understand, and here comes a helicopter. And it's not, I was going to say, it's not one of the black helicopters, because you don't hear them when they come by. I've seen them, they're awesome. It's a medevac. It's probably going to Jefferson Hospital. So that's one thing that people who are all wrapped up in climate change, you have to go look at Greg Braden's Missing Links, Season 1, Episode 1, and really get an understanding of cycles. The other big thing that people don't really, that the climate people want to fight about, or, they don't understand, is that if you go and look at what the Mayans were talking about with the precession of the equinox, which is a 26,000 year cycle, it's really one of the most important cycles to know. And so many people know this cycle. I know I'm preaching to the choir with a lot of you. But again, if you look at that data, the North Pole moves through each constellation just over 2,000 years. It comes out to a total of 26,000 years. We had just ended that entire 26,000 year cycle at December 21st, 2012. So on December 22nd, 2012, we officially entered in a new 26,000 year cycle. And that's all divided up with other cycles too within that. And there was a 7-year cycle that the Mayans talked about that it was going to bring a lot of chaos. So we're ending that 7-year cycle right now. So from 2012 to 2019 right now, we're in this cycle of chaos. And if you know anything about giving birth, for all the mothers out there, when you give birth, it's pretty chaotic, right? But as soon as the child is born, yeah, that helicopter is landing at the hospital. Anyway, but as soon as the child is born, you wipe off the fluids, and all that screaming and all is over with. So we're in a cycle, we're giving birth to a new way. The old oligarch and cabal are losing their grips, and the new systems are coming into play. And that's where I feel this administration is playing such a huge role by taking down the old way. I'm not saying what they're doing is the new way, but what I am saying is they are taking down the old way, whether you like it or not. So I don't want to get into all that, but cycles are important. It's a gorgeous day here in Philly. So please be vigilant, look up, check your skies out. Just have faith and trust that there's a divine plan, and it's in progress, and we're seeing external results. And it's a beautiful thing. So I'm signing off from Philly. Peace out, everyone.